Hello, Brother Sewing and Crafting family. Angela Wolf here, Brother Brand Ambassador, and we've got a super fun show for you today. So, a little bit of crafting, a little bit of sewing. It's really sewing, but it would be great for carrying your crafts in, I think, is what I would say. So, welcome, say hi. We are streaming on Brother Sewing YouTube and Facebook pages. We can see all of your comments rolling in, and we won't be bringing them up on screen today. Instead, we'll be live in the chat. So, Laura's here today, and she's got a really fun project for you. It's summer. Can you guess what it is? I'll give you a few hints. It's summer. It'd be great for the beach, the grocery store, shopping in general, even going to dinner. Oh, there's probably more too, but I'm giving you those hints to see what you type below. So in the meantime, say hi, say where you're from. Say hi to all your sewing friends because it's so fun to see you all together. And let's bring Laura up. Laura, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I was trying to give little teasers so they could guess what you have there. And
Yes.
did I cover all the bases or what else would you use
I
it
think
for?
so yes, today I'm going to show you how to do this quick under 30-minute towel bag. And it's perfect for the beach. It's versatile. You can use all sorts of fabrics. You don't have to necessarily use terry cloth, but I thought it was a fun idea for, if you go to the beach and, the kids can dry their eyes now on your bag and not your clothes.
Wait a minute. So when I glanced at that, I thought that was like a canvas bag. That's made out of a towel?
Oh yeah, this is terry cloth.
Oh my goodness. What a great idea, Laura. I did not know that.
I thought I've been seeing the terry cloth bags, like used fabric, used as, towel material on bags often lately. And I don't know if it's just the trend, but it's really cute. So I thought, let's make one. And guess what? You can use fabric if you want. It doesn't have to necessarily be terry cloth, but you can also use a towel that you have. Like, you could get these towels anywhere for, under $5. So
I actually have 3 of them here that I was going to monogram a name on. So I think I might monogram and then make it into this. I'm so excited. I had no idea that was a towel.
Yeah, monogram the towel bag. I love that. So yeah, it's super simple. All you need is some measurements and little eyelets if you want, or grommets, I think is how you can say them as well. Is that right, Angela?
Grommets?
Yeah, grommets. Okay. Yeah. For some reason, I always say grommets.
Hey, I like that. You know what? I think that sounds better.
It sounds French. It does. Okay, so let's head over to my cutting board for the first steps, and then we'll head back to the sewing machine.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm already here, and I already got my materials cut out. If you know me, I am obsessed with blue floral fabrics. Like, I just love it. And I found this little blue floral towel. I won't tell you where I got it because it was just so, let's just say it was under $1, okay? So I got it for under $1, and I was like, I'm going to cut this one and make it a bag. So you got your terry cloth material, and like you said, Angela, it might not look like it on the camera, but this is actually towel material. The proper would be terry cloth. But I already cut mine. So this measures 16 inches for this bag. Now the one on the blog is a little bit bigger, but I wanted a smaller version. And again, you can alter these and the measurements however you may like. And then by 14 inches. Now I cut a liner. You can use any type of material. You can use cotton. You know that outdoor fabric? I don't know exactly what it's called, but it has that kind of where moisture hits it. That might be good for the interior as well. Or also cotton duck. So I already did the liner, but here I'll show you that it's already made. So we don't have to go through that part. But it's simple like a bag. We're going to cut our material out, place right sides together, and then we're going to sew bottom or side seams and then the bottom. And then I also have 2 little pieces right here, and these measure about 16 inches by, just making making sure I got 6 inches. Okay, and there's 2 pieces. This is from the towel as well. And these can be used for the handle. But there's a couple options because you can also use rope as well. So we're going to head over to the sewing machine and we're going to do the sewing. So I will see you over there in 2 seconds.
Sounds good. As she rolls over there, don't forget, leave your comments and questions, and we will be live in the chat today. And Laura is at her sewing machine.
Yeah, I'm going to move you guys up. So I'm going to mute so you don't hear my stool just screech. 1 sec.
We don't want that screech. Well, if you hear loud noises, we were both laughing that her kids and my husband, not together, her kids are out her window and my husband's out in mine, and I have no idea what they're both doing, but it's very loud. So if you hear other noises, it's just considered entertainment for the show.
Yeah, blame them. It's not me. It's not my sewing machine either. Okay, so is that good view? I think so.
That looks great. Laura, what sewing machine are you on?
This is the SE2000.
Awesome. Thank you.
Machine. It's very quiet. It's a lot less noise than my children. So I'm going to just sew. I'm using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. And then I'm going to just turn it so I can see a little bit. We good? Okay. And I'm using a 3, sometimes I'll do a 3.5. And so we're just sewing down. I mean, this is literally under 30 minutes. So I get to the bottom, pivot, and then we're going to sew this seam.
So Laura, while you're sewing, I just want to remind everyone that this is on the blog, and anybody can go back and watch this on the blog where it gives all the details of the measurements, the fabrics, and all of that. And you give such great photos too. So go to the Brother blog.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's all there, even how to do the eyelets and everything. So you can get all the information if this is going too quick. All right, so we did that. Now you'll want to repeat for the liner as well. And now we're going to square off the bottoms. That just gives it a little bit more depth. So, you go to the bottom, and I'm just going to do about 1.25 inches up. I've done this so many times I don't even measure it anymore. And I'm assuming most of them know how to do the square off bottom now, right? Because we do that all the time, I feel like.
I think so, but make sure that when you do the other side, show them exactly where you folded that, just in case you never know, there might be a newbie here that is like, I'm learning how to sew.
I have, so this is how it will look after. It's kind of that. But so basically you go to the corner, okay? We're going to square off this bottom. I like to flatten the seams if the material is not too bulky. And you can measure off as well 1.5 inches or however far down you want to go and draw a line if that's easier and pin it. So the seams should definitely be together. And then you're going to just sew right across that line and trying to make sure that the seam, and again, like you can pin it as well. The terry cloth is kind of easy to sew with, at least this one, because it's lighter weight, because it stays against, the material stays together. So I'm just sewing across. It's almost like you're sewing a triangle in the corner. And then you would cut these and then flip it out. And you'll see there is the bottom squared off. See that?
That looks so nice. I love the box bottom.
Yeah, it's crazy how it just adds like such dimension, and it's such an easy fix. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna add our liner, and I did the same thing for the liner right here. Okay. And we're going to do right sides together. So I'm going to flip my liner right side out. So that's out, and then I'm going to take this and put this inside. Okay. Like this. Okay, so we got the liner inside, the main exterior inside, and then you're going to want to make sure the seams connect. If you have clips or something like that, that's a good time to use those. So I'm going to grab my clips, and I'll put them like the seams to seam, and just make sure everything fits, you know. So that's good. Get this one. Yeah, I love easy bag projects.
I love bags. And this is cute, really cute.
I do them so much. I'm like, I need to try to do some other things, but then I always revert back to the bags. There's just like so many styles you can do. These are easy, but you could also do little purses, just all kinds of different ways to be creative. All right, so I clipped everything in place. And now we're going to sew around the top right here, all the way around. We're going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, or 1/4 inch is fine too. And we're going to leave a little opening. And I like to leave it about 2 inches away from the side seam, but you need about 3-inch opening so you can flip right sides out. So like about 2 inches from the side seam over, and then 3 inches long. All right?
Sounds good.
Okay, so I'm going to start right here. And that way I'll
Laura, what fabric? I know it's in the blog probably, but what fabric did you use for the lining? Just in case someone's like, what should I use for that? Or they missed that part. What would you recommend using?
For the liner, I used, I would do a cotton duck, or you could even do a cotton fabric, anything that has a little bit of stability to it. If you do a lighter weight, which is fine, you can use like a stabilizer or interfacing, which would be fine too.
Okay.
So mine was
that's what's actually giving that bag structure then. Because I was wondering, if it's a towel, why does it look so rich? Because that lining is what's holding it up.
Yes. And I did have in the blue one with the blue stripes, there is a stabilizer with that cotton.
Okay, great.
So, yeah, just think of medium. And if it's lightweight, that's fine. Just maybe add an interfacing. All right, so I'm going to sew. What is that? Like, I love a cotton duck fabric because they have a nice medium weight fabric to it. Also, denim is good too if you find like a white denim.
Oh, yeah, that would look good.
Yeah. Make sure those seams are flat. Don't forget that opening we talked about. Almost there.
That sewing machine is so quiet. Every time you're on, I'm always thinking the same thing. It's so quiet.
I know. I love this one. It is quiet, and I feel like they get quieter the newer they get. Like when my sons were babies, I'm like, why were the machines so loud back then?
That's hilarious. You're trying to keep them sleeping, and the machines are just roaring away.
And I remember being like, I can't sew, they're so loud. All right, so now I'm at the end of this portion, and we want to keep that opening like I talked about, and this is how you'll pull it all out through. I love this part.
This is so cute.
Yeah, it is sweet, huh? And so then you will press. So if you go to your iron and just press all this flat, make sure everything's nice and flat so that when you top stitch, this is the part where we will top stitch around the edge and then close that opening right there. So I already did that. Do you want me to show you, Angela, or are we good to move on to the step out?
It's totally up to you because, so just to explain, so you tuck it in, you press it, and then do you stitch all the way around or just over that one section?
Yes, I do all the way around because it gives a nice top stitch, but also a little bit more stability. So I can show you part of it. Let's do that. So you want to tuck that in. I just don't want to go to my ironing board, so we'll just.
I don't, I don't blame you on that. But quick question, and I know it's going to come up here. If now you're using rope and grommets, if you were going to use fabric for the handles, would have you already added those, or do you add those at the end?
Yes, I'm going to show you that as well. So I will add those at the end.
Okay, perfect.
But just a top stitch for those. But yeah, if you wanted them inside, you would want to have them already pinned in. I know what you're saying there. Yeah. So
perfect.
What we'll do is we'll tuck it all in, and then all you do is just top stitch. I do like a 1/4 inch seam allowance or top stitch, I guess, allowance. And then just kind of tuck it all in there and just top stitch. Now, like again, you'll want to press it because it helps it just kind of stay flat, get that seam nice and flat. So just top stitch around like this. And then you'll close that opening, and at the same time, you are creating a nice hemline. All right, so I'm just going around. And then just go all the way around the rim. And be careful over those, some of the fabric can get pretty bulky, over that seam, because you have the liner and then the terry cloth, so just be careful there. But then, basically, it'll look nice like this.
Oh, that looks so nice. Even when you didn't press it, it still looks nice.
Yeah, it just kind of folds in nice and tucked in. Okay, so we did that nice top stitch around the rim. And now you're talking about, I'm going to pull this out now so I can see you guys. Excuse me.
We can see all of you, Laura.
I feel like just my nose was in it. All right, so now you were talking about handles. So I did make some handles. There's 2 options. We can do handles if you don't, because, sometimes grommet can be a little bit, like extra work. You got to cut and hammer. So I do like the idea of having another option for your handles so you can make them. So this is some extra terry cloth, and all you need to do is fold them in like this, and then fold the fabric in half to create a handle like this. And then you would top stitch down the fold side and the other edge side.
That's easy enough.
Yeah, and then I'll just show you. So basically, let me fold it nice and flat. And I suggest pressing. So fold this down. I guess I could put my iron right here and then just press. So we've got this nice fold, and you can clip it down. So I'm clipping it. I need a studio like Angela, just all the cameras.
And then you just have to worry about tripping over the cords, Laura. So don't worry, you're good.
That actually is, and I would trip. That's me. I'm clumsy. Okay, so then I'm just going to sew down each side to create a handle. See how quick that was to make these?
This is such a quick, easy bag. I love this, Laura.
And I always call it the under 30 minutes, you know?
And I'm pretty sure everybody watching, so leave a comment. Do you like the under 30-minute projects? Because I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be a unanimous yes. We love sitting down, finishing something cute like that so quickly.
Yeah. And it's just, you get your fix from the sewing, and then you can, it's not some long, drawn out process. Which those are fun too, but sometimes you just need the time. So that's really all that was. And if you want, you'll want to tuck in the edges. This towel had the finished edge already, so I didn't have to do that. So there you got your nice little handles, and then you'll press them nice and flat, okay? And then you can sew these directly on, because I know you're saying, oh, you might want to put it in, and you can do that, put them in, tuck them in the liner and the exterior, but you can just, honestly, I've seen bags where they even have them on the outside like this, and you just sew a square and then an X in the middle. So you could do this pin right here if you want. Just make sure it's visually centered and pin it on. So this is what I did for my first one. And then I kind of like the rope look too.
And they could make this any size, the straps, any size they want to, because, you know, sometimes you want longer straps because you're carrying a bunch of stuff in there. That's adorable.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
Yeah.
And then the other option would be, so look, it's, you just sew right here, right in the inside. And just sew a square and then an X in the middle. You don't always have to have it all tucked in nice, you know. As long as the handles are staying up, that's fine. Now for the eyelets, you'll want to follow, or the grommets, you're going to want to follow the instructions, and then you'll pull a rope through. So let me go grab my rope really quick.
So while you're grabbing that, I have to just point out, I'm sure somebody watching this right now is thinking, oh my gosh, I think my machine does sideways sewing and diagonal sewing. So check your machine. I know my Luminaire does. And I think it all the way back to the Dream Machine did that. So scroll to the screen and you can actually sew that box. Just put your fabric in and it'll go whoop, 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 without the sound effect.
Oh my goodness. I need to look into that. I never even thought about that.
That would be fun.
That's cool. So then you have a rope. Now this is the rope that I found at my local craft store, but I kind of wanted more of the lighter weight one. But you know, look at your craft stores or your fabric stores and see what you have to offer. But all you do is just pull them through the eyelets and then just knot it. And I carried some heavy stuff in mine, and this didn't like break at all. And or you can put it on the inside. I've noticed a lot of the bags have them on the outside, like this. And then you'll want to make sure that's very tight, and then you can cut it like this to get rid of the length. And then repeat. So I have this long rope, but through the other side. And I made mine about, I think, a yard. On the blog, I tell you all the measurements. I think it was a yard per you know. And it's to make sure that you have extra length when you knot, because it takes a good like 8 inches to knot. So there we go. I kind of want mine a little shorter. All right, and then just cut that to make sure it's really tight, because once you cut it, it's kind of. All right, so then that's your other option.
Wow. I like those grommets. That's really fun. I think I like both. They give such a different look. So leave a comment. Which one are you going to do? The rope or the fabric?
I don't know either. You know, at first I liked the rope, and now I like this.
You know, it has two totally different looks, and I was just thinking, I have
Right.
some extra belt fabric from a bag, from the mesh bag I made last month on Brother's live show. That belt fabric would be cool too.
Okay, I think that's a good idea too. And you can all, and like this one, like you said, the fabric is a little more nautical, so the ropes
Mhm.
work really well for this one. Now this blue floral, maybe you're right. Maybe this one is a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, that's really, I like them all. So I can't comment because I'm live with you, but I actually will be commenting. I think I like them all. I don't have a favorite.
I know, it's like you said, it's preference and style. Also to know that the grommets is a little bit more supplies and work. Where
Yeah,
the
are you gonna take us out into your driveway and hammer those in?
you guys want to come out with me? Let's go to the driveway. I told him, I said, I'm not going to show him how to do these because I have to do them on the driveway. And I'm like, oh, but yeah,
Oh, that's so much fun.
it was. This is a fun one. And again, one towel. And like I said, this was a dollar towel.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't even
And the
beat
and the bag looks so expensive that way, and it'll be easy to wash, easy to care for. So all of these instructions are on the Brother blog. Go to brothersews.com. There's like a few different websites, but brothersews.com. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page, you'll see crafting blog and sewing blog. Click on the sewing blog and you'll find all the instructions and Laura's great photos. And if it's not on the blog right now, Brother Social Team will leave a note of what day it will be, but it should be there.
Yeah. And so here I just added the other one. Just let's tuck this one away. So you like that. Super easy.
So cute. Laura, this is fantastic. So now you can take the kids and head to the beach. Is that where you're going?
Yeah, I actually am. And you know what? I have like 4 of these bags and they all have different things in them. Why don't I combine them all? You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? You sew bags. It's like, now I have a bag for sunscreen. Now I have a bag for this. Oh, it's funny.
Yes, actually, I just did a mesh bag last month that's a smaller one that would fit perfectly in there. And then you have 2 bags, so if you have to quickly grab something out of the big bag, I think it's going to be a bag summer.
I love that. And then, like you said, you can have your sunscreen and your other things in the other one.
Right.
Hey, we need the bags for different things.
Exactly. And you never know what color is going to be your flavor that day.
I know.
Oh gosh. Laura, this is a great project. And all the Brother Sewing fans, thank you for joining us today. It's a super fun, easy project. Be sure to leave a comment. If you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and like this video, and Brother will keep sending you more. And if you're on Facebook, be sure to follow, like the video, and don't forget to follow so then you won't miss any live shows. We try to put these up in the Facebook events so you never miss a beat. But I also schedule these on YouTube so then you can just pop in like every Monday and see who's going to be on and what's happening, and you'll never miss a live show. Laura, fantastic show. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye, everyone.